Hello, my name is Dr. Patricia Worthington, and I'm the Director of the Office of Health and Safety within the Office of Health, Safety, and Security at the Department of Energy. I'm here to talk to you about the Department of Energy, or DOE, supports the implementation of the Energy Employees Occupational Illness Compensation Program Act, also known as EOICPA. EOICPA is administered by three government agencies: the Department of Labor, or DOL, the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, or NIOSH, and DOE. The Presidentially Appointed Advisory Board on Radiation and Worker Health, or the Advisory Board, also provides input on the administration of the program. DOL is the primary agency responsible for administration of the EOICPA program, and if you're interested in a more detailed description of the program along with the eligibility requirements, you should refer to DOL's portion of this video series. DOE's primary role in EOICPA is to ensure that all available worker and facility records are provided to NIOSH and DOL so they can reconstruct, dose, and ultimately adjudicate claims. DOE contributes to the EOICPA program in primarily three ways. First, we respond to DOL and NIOSH requests for information related to individual claims. These are typically requests for employment verification and exposure records. Second, we provide information to DOL and NIOSH to support large-scale research and site characterization projects at various DOE sites throughout the complex. And third, we research in coordination with DOL and NIOSH issues related to the facilities covered by the EOICPA program. Before I provide further details regarding these three responsibilities, I'd like to talk a little bit about the DOE staff who work on the program. DOE currently has over 30 different sites, labs, and program offices throughout the country that help implement the DOE mission, which is to ensure America's security and prosperity by addressing its energy, environmental, and nuclear challenges through transformative science and technology solutions. Our field sites also recognize the Department's responsibility to its former workers, and we place a great importance on providing information on behalf of EOICPA claimants. In order to gather records effectively, we have established a site point of contact, or POC, at each DOE field location that coordinates and manages EOICPA activities. Each POC manages their site's responsibility to individual records requests and coordinates all research activities with DOL, NIOSH, and the Advisory Board. These activities can include setting up detailed site tours, identifying appropriate site subject matter experts, and facilitating interviews with current and former workers. Our POCs also serve as an on-site resource to workers by providing information about the EOICPA program. Our POCs have extensive experience within DOE, and many have 20 to 30 years of service at their site. They know the history of the site, and they have a good understanding of how records were handled and managed. The site POCs are the greatest asset DOE has in administering its role under EOICPA. Let me return to the three main responsibilities that DOE has as a part of EOICPA, and I'll talk a little bit about what DOE does to fulfill those responsibilities. The primary function DOE has is to respond to requests from DOL and NIOSH for individual claim information. DOE responds to approximately 18,000 record requests per year. There are three different types of requests: an employment verification request from DOL, a request for radiological or dose records from NIOSH, or a broad request from DOL for all other exposure-related information, which is referred to as a document acquisition request, or DAR. The DAR is typically the most complex request, and DOE will usually provide multiple types of records in response to a DAR, including industrial hygiene, incident and accident reports, site occupational medical records, and anything else DOE can locate that would establish a worker's exposure to a hazardous substance such as asbestos, silica, or one of the many other chemicals used at DOE sites. The responses DOE prepares can be hundreds of pages long. Claimants often work at multiple DOE sites for multiple contractors and subcontractors and in different jobs or divisions over the duration of their careers. Because of that, DOE may need to go to many different site departments, and within those departments, many different record sources or databases. DOE sites routinely check all available sources for responsive records, including hard copy paper records, microfilm, microfiche databases, and scanned electronic records. The second function for DOE is to support NIOSH and DOL as they conduct large-scale records research projects. These projects can include DOL's research related to the Site Exposure Matrices Database, or SIM, NIOSH research to support Special Exposure Cohort petitions, or SEC petitions, as well as other site characterization activities associated with the EOICPA program. DOE is often supporting 4 to 5 projects at once. More information on the DOL SIM and the NIOSH SEC projects can be found on the DOL and NIOSH sections of this video series. The third function DOE performs is to partner with DOL to research and maintain the database of facilities covered under EOICPA. There are currently over 300 facilities covered under the program, and these include DOE facilities, atomic weapons employers, and beryllium vendors. The definitions of each of these 3 types of facilities are very specific and were established and defined by the EOICPA legislation. But in general, DOE facilities are those that were owned and operated by or on behalf of the DOE or a predecessor agency like the Atomic Energy Commission or the Manhattan Engineer District. Atomic weapons employers are private companies who use their own facilities to process or produce nuclear material for the weapons programs. Beryllium vendors are companies that provided the chemical beryllium to DOE facilities. A link to the EOICPA legislation as well as a link to the list of facilities covered under EOICPA is provided here for your information. DOE and DOL have performed extensive research on these facilities, but with over 300 facilities and a history spanning almost 7 decades, we occasionally need to update the designation as new information becomes available. If you believe an entry in the covered facility web page is inaccurate or incomplete, please submit your concern in writing by contacting either DOE or DOL. Both agencies work together to thoroughly research facility coverage and make the right decision based on the records and information available. In closing, the Department of Energy strives to provide DOL and NIOSH with accurate and timely information to support the EOICPA claims process. We have dedicated staff at our field sites that have extensive experience locating DOE records and managing the search process at their site. We make every effort to conduct our business in an open and transparent manner. If you have questions about the Department of Energy's role under EOICPA or have a specific question about what DOE has done for your claim, please contact us using the information provided on your screen. If you have questions or concerns for DOL or NIOSH, their contact information can be found on their segments of this video series. Thank you for your time and attention.